Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Mets taking on the Minnesota Twins. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the swing.
Yeah, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And on the hill, David Festa. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Wastes no time there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here's Juan Soto, looking pretty good at the plate. He's 4 for 10 in the series. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he'd played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
On the ground, and foul ball. And now 2-1 after that missed inside. And a foul ball. At the belt and fires. Chases that one out of the zone. One away. Here's Pete Alonso, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Grounder might be 2. There's 1 out, and that's 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. The Twins coming up, no score. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab, Paul Blackburn.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first. And now for the Twins, Willie Castro.
Designated hitter, Willie Castro.
There's a strike.
0-1.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. McNeil whips it to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Now the lineup for the Twins is constructed by Rocco Baldelli. An important piece, but a guy that's been struggling a little bit. They're DH in this one. Willie Castro.
Yeah, Boog, hitting under that Mendoza line over the last 10 games. He's definitely going through a tough time at the plate right now. I think some of that's probably bad luck. Other, it's just, you know, bad approach. But clearly he's looking to make some adjustments to get back on track. So we'll see what he does in this one.
That one ripped. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play.
Batting third, the shortstop, Carlos.
And here comes Carlos Correa. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Line drive. And that gets down for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Here's Royce Lewis. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Correa, the runner at first with 2 gone.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that one is out of here. His 7th home run of the season. It's 2-0.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Close, but called the ball. And that's ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Top of the second. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon
Nimmo batting in the cleanup spot, and he's been on a fantastic run at the plate, hitting over .450 in his last 10 games. Festa back to work. There's a strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
That is it. The third baseman.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with a hit in every game. I mean, he's run his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
And now it's Mark Vientos. He's got 4 hits in the series on 9 at bats. He was late there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And the slider just misses. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
The 1-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Alvarez.
And now here is Francisco Alvarez. 3 for 10 in the series so far. High in the air, out to right. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
Here's Jesse Winker coming off a good one. 4 for 4 yesterday. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. And another ball
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
2 outs. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Chop back up the middle. Julian on the run, sends it over to first, and very nicely done for the out. Mets leave one. They trail it here 2-0. And we're back. Ryan Jeffers at the plate.
The catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
And first offering is fouled off. There's the strike. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Ground ball up the middle. McNeil handles, throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 7, the left fielder, Harrison.
So up
Bader.
next, Harrison Bader. And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So digging in,
Batting
Edouard
the
Julien
second baseman,
had the day off yesterday.
Julian.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
Slides, but it gets by him. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Couple of singles back to back. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Deshaun Kiersey Jr., the next twin up to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 1 out. Runners at first and second. That one finds the zone. Oh. One, two. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Alvarez makes the catch for the out. Out number 2. So the lineup flips over. This is Willie Castro.
Willie Castro.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And a big swing and a miss.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have it in this ball game.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The other way. That's a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. He'll score, and they're up by 3.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. And it kicks off the base.
Two consecutive base hits for this team. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Carlos Correa.
Off the plate,
That's
ball 1.
outside. 1-0. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the 3rd and final game of the series. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground to third. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run across. The throw in. Miranda coming around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make the play when it's ripped like that.
Now the cleanup hitter for Minnesota, Royce Lewis. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Correa at second with 2 down. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Twins 6 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Jeff McNeil.
This one in the air. Miranda puts it away for the out.
You know, the mascots on the big Twins logo in center field actually have names in their Minnie and Paul, named for the twin cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul.
And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. To the right side, and it goes just foul. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Liner, base hit, and that keeps the inning alive. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And that squirts through. And now 2 aboard. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman,
Pete Alonso. Up now for the Mets. 0 for 1 so far. And that's in there for strike 1. And there's a ball.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Correa over to first. And that takes care of Alonso. And that is that. 2 left for the Mets. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Byron Buxton.
And there's a strike. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on.
Well, he's back out here for the 3rd, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Zips it across.
Now
One down.
Catcher Ryan Jeffers.
Ryan Jeffers, the next Twin up to hit. He's 0 for 1. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
And that one is inside ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 2 away.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Bader in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Right through there, got him. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Twins retired in short order. They lead it, though, 6-0. New inning getting started. And now, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Kiersey snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Ball.
That's too low. Now 2-0. The Twins up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. Swung on, belted. That one's deep. Gone. He sends it out of here. It's 6-1.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 1 out, nobody on. And now Francisco Alvarez. And that one lifted in the air center field. Buxton moves under it. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
The batter,
and now 3, the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. Grounded out his first time. Winker. Bouncer to second. Jump throw. And that's a nice play to end the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the 4th, and now for the Twins, Edouard Julien.
Second baseman, Edouard Julien.
That's off the mark, and that is ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Fastball for a strike. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. Into the second deck it goes, and they add to their lead. It's 7-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Deshaun. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Frankie Montas taking over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Swinging a ground ball, and that's just foul. cut on and lifted in the air. Nimmo hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Willie Castro, the next Twin up to hit. That misses. Ball 1.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And they'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
So up next for Minnesota, Jose Miranda. In the air, left side. Nimmo ranging after it. And that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 7-1. You're watching Mets baseball on the Show NYC. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Festa back to work. Right side. Miranda takes it himself, and a quick out, number 1.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over and got the ground ball.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Ball 1 on a pitch inside.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So the 1 out hit turns the lineup over.
Now batting.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Francisco Lindor. He's 2 for 2. Runner on the go. Low throw. Picked. He's safe.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
So up next, Juan Soto, 1 for 2. And that misses. Ball 1. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Runners at first and second with 1 gone, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Well struck, right field. Kiersey pulls it down, tags up from second, and he'll head to third. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Fastball is outside.
1-0 count. Look for him to be aggressive here. You got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
In the air, right field. Kiersey sizes this one up, and that's the third out.
It's just what I feel like. You see, it's something in my soul just don't feel right. I try to open up, but then
yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Twins putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Royce Lewis digs in. Now, he's already homered here in this one. And that's downstairs. And that's ball one. That one hammered center field. Siri going back on it. On the warning track. And hauls it in.
Up next for the Twins, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
So, man aboard. Here's Byron Buxton. 0 for 2 in this one. Montas checks over to first, and he's back. That one catches the zone. That's strike one. Montas, in his 8th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a cutter, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Next offering is downstairs. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Harrison Bader, in the dirt. Fly ball center field. Siri in position. He makes the grab, and that is that. Twins strand a pair, and they're on top 7-1. All set for the top of the 6th. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Kiersey settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Down the third. He's already homered in this game. First pitch, and he just misses.
Ball one, no strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. It's 7-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez.
That's a ball.
And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball one. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. stepping in, Jesse Winker has grounded out a couple of times. There's a swing and a drive. This one could be trouble. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. Safe. It's 7-3. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. David Festa gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. New pitcher on now, Cole Sands.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
One out, runner at second. And now here's Jeff McNeil. That one outside, and it's 1-0. Winker, the runner at second with one away. That's off the inside corner, and now 2-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that is out of play. To the right side. In plenty of time to first, 2 away.
The batter, the center fielder,
Jose Siri up now for the Mets.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
First pitch just misses. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Danny Coulombe getting loose out there. Topa warming up as well. And another ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Winker comes around to score. And it's an RBI single. It's 7-4.
Picks himself up an RBI. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that.
Runner on the go. That one fouled off. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, the right fielder, Juan.
And
Soto.
stepping in for New York, Juan Soto, 1 for 3. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Bader sizing it up. Squeezes it. And that'll do it. So they get 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Twins 7 and the Mets 4.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
71.
mound. Sean Reed Foley. This is his 5th
Reed
appearance of the
Foley.
year. And now for the Twins,
Edouard
Edouard Julien.
The second baseman, Edouard. Julien.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Inside just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a chopper out to short. Toss to Alonso. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the right fielder, Deshaun Kersey.
And next for Minnesota, Deshaun Kersey Jr. And that's a strike. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark. But obviously, out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 up, 2 down.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Castro in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. A little bit high maybe, and now it's even 1-1. 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. And he gets tied up right there.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3 up, 3 down inning. Down go the Twins in order. They hold a 7-4 lead. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Topa.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Hit weakly on the ground. Over to Correa for 1. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, and they go down fast. 3 outs on 3 pitches. Nothing doing for the Mets. And they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. A.J. Minter.
A.J. Minter.
So digging in, Jose Miranda.
The first baseman, Jose Miranda.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Fought off foul. Swings and misses. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And first offering is fouled off. This ball's chopped on the ground. Alonso. The flip to the pitcher covering. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the third baseman, Lewis.
Next to hit, Royce Lewis. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a two-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Got him. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yohan Duran.
Now pitching for the Twins.
And the batter now, Francisco Alvarez. A guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Fouled off. He was late.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
So now the DH spot, Jesse Winker. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
1-0.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And another ball. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground to the left, Lewis. Sends it across to first, and Winker is set down.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's going to be Jeff McNeil. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
High fly ball down the left field line. Bader ranging back. Got all of that one. An absolute smash to left. 3rd home run of the season. It's 7-5.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Now here is Jose Siri. And first offering is fouled off. That's a little bit low. 2 out, space is empty. That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Siri at second with 2 down. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. No throw, and they can't get the out.
These hitters are relentless.
Up next
Just till the bell sounds, and they are going to keep coming at you, trying to get you into the corner and knock you out.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Yohan Duran won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Griffin Jacks.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Big situation, and here comes the big bat of Juan Soto. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing.
This is a big spot for a big-time player.
This one in the air, right field. Kiersey settles under it, makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. And it's 7-5. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching for
back
the
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Huascar Brazoban. And now for the Twins, Byron Buxton. Over 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Buxton.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable, and that location will definitely do it.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Liner to second, and picked on the hop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. He's able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Harrison Bader. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch is outside. Way high. Foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're still up 7-5. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. On the ground, out to short. Finds its way through, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys. Up in their fists, they know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Now Brandon Nimmo, center field. Buxton moves under it, brings it in, and there's one away. He's 2 outs away. Mark Vientos getting ready to hit. First pitch swinging.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
That one the other way. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
So they're down to their final out. Now a chance for Francisco Alvarez. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Oh, this is off the second base bag. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Griffin Jacks done for the day. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Danny Coulombe gets the call from the pen.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
First and second, 2 outs. So now here's the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. And that one fouled off. With the go-ahead run at the plate here at the top of the 9th. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Mets down to their final strike. What a stop. And this one is over. What a play to end the game.
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give him a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.